We're so glad you're spending time with us today. Your support is always appreciated here at CSL. Remember, there's several ways to give. As you watch today's service, you can click on the donate button right here on Facebook or donate at our homepage, cslftl.org. There's also a regular giving program called TPL, where you can set up a monthly contribution. You'll find details on our website, cslftl.org. Here's a great way to stay in touch with CSL Center for Spiritual Living. It's our brand new app available in the App Store under Center for Spiritual Living, FL, and that's Florida. Make sure you say hello to everyone today in the comment section and let us know your thoughts. We're so glad you're here. Enjoy the celebration. There's no lyrics here. La 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 la.
We're gonna have to start doing choreography.
Good morning, CSL family.
Good
How are we doing this
morning.
beautiful, sunshiny Sunday here in South Florida?
Liquid sunshine, we call it.
Let's all stand up and sing our opening song, which is Spirit is in this place.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It is Gratitude Week. Good, make some noise in this room.
Yes, I see you, Raji. We have come together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We
Today, we're gathering with our CSL family, and that's great news because this is a spiritual family where we're loved, accepted, honored, celebrated, and encouraged. However, if you can't be with us in the room, there are 3 ways for you to join this spiritual community. Take your pick: Facebook Live, YouTube, or our website, CSLFTL.org. And you have choices now, but we're glad you've chosen to be with us online. If you're here for the first time today as a guest, and since it's almost Thanksgiving, we have a gift for you. And no, it's not a free turkey, but a pair of mala beads from Bali for you to use in your meditation practice or go crazy and just wear them as jewelry. Also, if you'll fill out and drop this card in the offering basket at the end of the service, we will make sure that you receive our monthly e-newsletter. So, if you are a first-time guest in the room and you'd be willing to raise your hand, our ushers have extensive training on finding you, and we'll deliver we're so thankful that you're here, gifts. Welcome again to CSL. Welcome. Keep your hands up. Those ushers will find you. If you're watching us on Facebook live stream for the first time today, please let us know that in the comment section, and we'll be sure to reach out to you. And take a quick tour of our website, CSLFTL.org, and while you're there, sign up for our monthly e-newsletter. And for everyone, follow us and like us on Facebook and Instagram. At CSL, we have an intention statement that mirrors our values as a spiritual community. Let's stand together and say it, and then say hi to those around us with a hug or a handshake or a please namaste back a little bit. Whatever feels comfortable to you and to the person you're greeting. So, CSL Fort Lauderdale, who are we? We are a loving and diverse spiritual community dedicated to personal growth, healing, and service.
All right, guys. You guys might recognize this song.
Some of you might know this already.
So if you know it, sing along with us. Come on, put those hands together. Come on.
Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. I have more than enough. I can do, be all I can be as I go through this day. This is my creed, I have more than enough of all that I need. I have more than enough of all that I need. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Is there anyone who can remember a time when you had less money and you did just fine compared to where we were? We've come all this far. Wanna spend the day, enjoy it where we are. I got more than enough.
Come on.
Of all that I need to do all I can do, be all I can be as I go through this day. This is my creed, I have more than enough of all that I need. I have more than enough of all that I need. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough. Hey, na, 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 more than enough.
For the mic. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, CSL. Thank you, Reflections. Man. I'm Reverend Tina Miggs. I'm grateful to be here with you today and have the opportunity to begin with prayer. And we just had a beautiful song, which I've heard it been quoted before, that a song is a prayer that's been spoken twice. First in harmony, then in truth, right? So thank you. Thank you for the music, the double prayer over and over again throughout our service. So right here and right now, I just invite us all just to turn within with prayer. So grateful and thankful for this time to become still, to turn within, to collectively feel into this moment. It's beautiful. Recognizing God in, through, and as life, all life. The one life, the one mind, the one power. The ordering, creative principle that is beating my hearts right here and right now, that is beating each and every individual heart in this sanctuary, every individual heart that is streaming live or watching the recording. That there is no separation, that we are one with this presence, that we are all that God is. And it is from this awareness of our oneness with God that we just bless the unfoldment of this service. We know that it is a blessing. It is an absolute blessing. We have come forth and come to this sacred space, the space that has already been prayed up, and rituals were already done yesterday for our gratitude fest. Feel into that vibration. Now, we've already set the tone for each and every individual that's walked through this building. We have all come to receive something, and we're open and available and receptive to hear, to feel, to know, to experience the message as it expresses in all of its individual and unique ways through this service. Our music ministry, blessing Reverend Skip as he speaks the word, knowing that it is the word of God made manifest. And we are better for being in the presence of God and truth on this day. And so it is. So here at CSL, we have 7 core values. They are love, healing, oneness, abundance, spiritual growth, sacred service, diversity, and inclusivity. Today, we're focusing on oneness as our core value. You know, I invite each and every one of you to take these core values on and figure out what they mean for you in your life. This is our quote-unquote assignment for the week, right? What does oneness mean? You know, as I was thinking about speaking around oneness, I too was like, what does oneness mean? Like, what does it mean? What am I going to speak about when I get up here? And interestingly enough, I went into, the science of mind. I looked in the dictionary. There is no definition of oneness. I picked up the Metaphysical Dictionary, the Fillmore's, no definition of oneness. Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, no definition of oneness. So interesting to me. I was like, why is there no definition of oneness? I go to the regular dictionary, it's there. Quality or state or fact of being one, such as integrity and wholeness and harmony and unity and union. But again, why is there no definition in our metaphysical books, if you will? Well, it was referenced throughout the science of mind, referenced through stating oneness as just a fact. It just is. And in the references in the science of mind, it spoke of recognition of oneness, unification with oneness, realization of our oneness. So is it possible to know our oneness? Yeah, of course it is. But it's not this mental thing, right? It's not this dictionary thing that I was looking for either. It's a direct experience. It's a direct experience that we have of oneness. It's beyond the mind, the intellect, and the ego. Oneness is just the basis and underlying existence and essence of everything, And we've all had our experiences, these random, unexpected experiences of oneness. It might be watching a sunrise or a sunset, or being with a newborn baby, right? That we're so merged with creation in that moment. There's no separation. There's no otherness. Oneness. That's what we're talking about today. These experiences, we have like little terms that we use for them, right? God, it took my breath away. Oneness. Time stood still. Oneness. When we come back from those experiences, it's really hard to kind of even explain it. So I'm here trying to talk about oneness, and it's almost inexplicable to another person of my personal experience of oneness. Quantum physics likes to give an explanation, and they call it the unified field, right? So that which connects is in, through, and as everything, and that we are pure consciousness in this field, this unified field. And that we express in different forms at different points and times in our evolution, but it's pure consciousness, right? Oneness is the possibility and the potentiality. Oneness. The seeming nothingness that creates everything. Oneness. It lives, moves, and has its beingness in us. We live, move, and have our beingness in it. Oneness. Our author, Damian Mark Smith, says, we're one. We've always been one, and we'll always be one, until we think we're not. So there's our challenge, right? As soon as we think we are separate, we have forgotten our oneness. And then what do we know to mind? That is our experience. We live in a life, in a world that is so convincing of our duality, of our division, and of our separateness. That's for the majority of the experience of people in this world, right? It's not oneness, it's otherness. So we're coming back to oneness. It's a practice. It's in this idea of duality that conflict, suffering, wars, disagreements occur. And it's a mistaken belief that we're separate. And on a cosmic level, I read this from Deepak Chopra, he said that, on a cosmic level, two people fighting is like our hands not liking each other and starting to fight in front of us. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oneness. There's ways we can return to oneness, right? Meditation. Through the Bhagavad Gita, If you can see God, oneness in everyone, you do no harm to. It's a practice of returning to the awareness of the truth of who and what we are. Namaste. I recognize the divinity in you, and I know that that same divinity exists in me. If we just did that internal mantra every time we met someone else, no judgment, no opinion, just oneness, seeing the oneness. And then love, right? The love, love, love. Come on, guys, love. This t-shirt, we gotta get one. The greatest unifying power of the universe, love. That's where our oneness is, in love, in our heart. So I'll leave you with this. In the Vendetta, it says that the ignorant man, that person who is engrossed in duality, desires material things. The intelligent man or woman, not leaving anyone out, seeker on the path, right? The intelligent person desires enlightenment. But the wise person, the knower of oneness, just loves and receives everything. Thank you, CSL.
Some days we forget to look around us. Some days we can see the joy that surrounds us. So caught up inside ourselves, take when we should give. So for tonight we pray for what we know can be, and every day we hope for what we still can't see. It's up to us to be the change, and even though we all can still do more, there's so much to be thankful for. Look beyond ourselves. There's so much sorrow. It's way too late to say I'll cry tomorrow. And each of us must find our truth. It's so long overdue. So for tonight we pray for what we know can be, and every day we hope for what we still can see. It's up to us to be the change, and even though we all can still do more, there's There's so much to be thankful for. And even with our differences, there's still a place we're all connected. Each of us must find each other's light. So for tonight, we pray for what we know can be, and on this day, we hope for what we still can't see. It's up to us to be the change, and even though we all can still do more, there's so much to be thankful for.
One, two. Welcome, CSL. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I am Reverend Skip Jennings. If you're new to our community, we welcome you with a heart of gratitude and a heart of love. Sometimes we just need to wear a t-shirt that says the truth. I am love. Do me a favor right now. Look at someone, lock eyes with one person right now in this room. And I want you to repeat after me. We have so much to be grateful for. Did you know you were loved? Did you know you were blessed? Well, you are. Make some noise in this room. That's what it's all about, y'all. Sometimes we just got to have a reminder, and we got to keep reminding ourselves until we know it, until we embody it, until we become it. So we have so much to be grateful for here at CSL. This week, we were given an award as Best Spiritual Community in the area. If you didn't know, now you know, people. If you didn't know, now you know. I want to give a big shout out to every sacred service person, Antonio, Maylene, Reflections, our practitioners, our ministers, all the members, because we come together to create a family event every Sunday. And someone came in here and they decided to give us an award that was actually held by Sunshine Cathedral for the last 10 years. Now listen, we don't do this to win awards. But this one feels good, people. This one feels good. Thank you to our board members. Thank you to everyone that shows up every single week to create a space where we can come and we can talk about spirit. And speaking of that, yesterday we had a wonderful event. It was our Gratitude Wellness Festival, people. Yes. If you were here, stand up. I want the whole room to say, who was here? We rocked the house. People, our DJ Juan Carlos killed it with the music. We meditated, we prayed, we danced, we had so much fun, and it was something that and people were telling me, oh, you can't do that this year. You got to wait till it next year. And I just heard the Spirit saying, no, we got to continue on. And we did it. We had a wonderful, wonderful event to celebrate gratitude, wellness. It's the first. It's not the last. We're going to continue on, and next year is going to be even better and bigger. That's what I see. That's how God works. And you can still participate in our gratitude wellness by buying one of these t-shirts that's right out there too. I am love is a statement of truth that we carry with us, and sometimes you need to let other people know who and what you are. You are love. So this month we're talking about, and this week we've been talking about a lot of great things coming from a new book. Actually, it's not a new book. It's been around for a while. It's called A New Design for Living by Ernest Holmes. And we've been studying what it means to change our life by our belief, by what we speak, by what we say, because our belief and our language creates our reality. And today we're talking about an abundant universe. And when we talk about an abundant universe, we got to get down to the basics of what abundant universe really means. Because some people don't know what we talk about the universe. They don't know what it is. So if you don't know what it is, the universe is what we call in science of mind the one mind, not just this mind, but the one mind. Emerson calls it the oversoul. We call it love. We call it God. If you have a problem with God, then you get a new definition for God. We call it the law, the divine, Mother Nature, Gaia, so many words, but it means the same exact thing. And I invite you to get your definition for this energy that has created all of us. See, we're here to awaken our spiritual divinity within us to connect with something so much more deeper than this human experience that we're experiencing here. So when we talk about the universe, we got to study. We got to go deep. And when we're talking about abundant, I believe that there's 4 steps that we need to take on. The first step is we need to begin in gratitude. I believe everything needs to start in gratitude. Gratitude is the highest appreciation for something we value. If you value your life, if you value your connection with God, if you value CSL, if you value music, you give appreciation for it. And then our next step that we need to dive deep into is what is abundance? Abundance is really understanding that we have a never-ending flow that expands more of itself. And then once we can tap into what abundance is, then we get to begin to go to a deeper level of prosperity. See, prosperity is a spiritual mindset. Prosperity is a spiritual law that we practice and we believe. And then after that, we get to see a life of infinite possibilities. So that's our journey today into this abundant universe. My friend Lola Wright, Reverend Lola Wright, that's in the Midwest, I love the video that she created, and it's on YouTube. Hey, Maria, let's play that video, please.
There is a lot of stimulus fighting for your attention. You and I are being seduced into what I would call lies of scarcity all the time. The locus of control is outside of you, and it appears as if the fulfillment of cosmetics, a partner, a vacation will give you the experience of abundance. Look, have all those things, but I promise you that's not where the experience of abundance lives. This idea that we are living in an abundant universe is a state of mind that can be accessed at any given moment. See, the manifest realm, or the world of form, is always preceded by thought. When you begin to shift your awareness, move from scarcity, lack, and limitation into this thing called abundance, the world around you begins to be experienced differently by you. We are in this sea of abundance. Do you have eyes to see it, to perceive it? I invite you to just begin to notice and get curious about the ways that you still seduce yourself into this lie of lack, limitation, and scarcity. Would you be willing to allow yourself to the abundant nature of this universe and to trust that you really are always provided for. There might be something for you to do, but a solution is always here now.
What a powerful message. And I love what Rev Lola talks about, the lie of scarcity. We are believing that there is not enough, that we are not enough, that there will never be, or that we can never have. And that is the energy of lack and limitation. That's where most of us live in. And then when we're in a place of lack and limitation, we believe that we must go find things so we can feel abundant. Listen, this is what Ernest Holmes talks about in this book, Designed for New Living. He says this: it is the human nature to desire an abundance of all things. We desire a lot of happiness and joy. We like to be surrounded by beauty and friends. We want to have all our needs supplied and the luxury too. We want to love and to be loved. We like to experience success and health. In other words, we have a richer experience of all the good that life has to offer. Now, I learned something really amazing. I think it was Judith told me about this. You know, Ernest Holmes traveled around in a limousine. He wanted the riches of life. He deserved and he knew who he was. And listen, I don't believe there's anything wrong with having the good things of life. In fact, I believe that is what we're called to experience. But it is not abundance. It is a demonstration of abundance. We have to recognize that. It is not abundance. Abundance is an absolute quality that lives within you. All these things that we have is a demonstration of abundance. Gratitude, and abundance, and prosperity, infinite possibilities. That's what we're growing into today. That's what we're learning about today. And here's what I need to say. Consciousness creates form. It is based on what you believe. It is based on what you say. It is based on what you think. Everything is an account to creating the life that we want. So here are these 4 steps that we're going to dive deep into. Step number 1, gratitude. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy gratitude day or week or whatever. I call it a gratitude life. I want to live a life that is full of gratitude. Gratitude, number 1, is a vibration. This is why I begin my prayers with gratitude. I do not step into the prayer field until I know my shift is happening. And I said shift. I want to lift the vibration because it's where I'm praying from that matters. See, I can say words like, yeah, I'm abundant. I'm prosperous. Or I can believe it with gratitude, say, I am abundant, I am prosperous. It is all about the energy you put behind the words. The law of gratitude says that the more you're grateful, the more the universe will give you to be grateful for. You cannot get happy and then get grateful. Gratitude brings on happiness. If you're looking for happiness in your life, start with gratitude. When we are grateful, life is enough. When we are grateful, we live a life that's fulfilled. We feel alive. Gratitude brings you to the energy of aliveness. We never need more than what we have. It's so important that when we understand gratitude, we must understand it's all inclusive. You can't have a little bit of gratitude over here and no gratitude over here. We even have to be all inclusive of gratitude with those conversations and those moments with coworkers and with your families that don't feel really good. Why are we grateful for that? Because we grew. And when we know that we are in gratitude, we can say to the universe, thank you for that experience. It didn't feel good, but I grew from it. This is we get to know that everything is in God, everything is in order, so we can say yes and thank you for the heartache because I'm growing. We can say thank you for those times that we've lost a job because I got a new one. We can say thank you for Poo-Poo and Nene, who's not in our life anymore. Poo-Poo and Nene shouldn't have been in your life anyway, so bye-bye. Thank you for coming in, giving me my growth. This is where we get to recognize why gratitude is so important. My teacher, Michael Beckwith, says this in Life Visioning. He He writes this: gratitude is a prayer that acknowledges the gift of existence. If you see, that's the big E. He's talking about God, the universe, that we can laugh, dance, sing, we can love, we can eat, we can create, we can celebrate, we can heal, we can transform, that we have been fully equipped to become self-realized beings. We are loved. Gratitude opens up our inner sight to the fact that we have already been provided all the gifts of existence. That big E means that everything that God is, you are. It's within you. We just have to remember, and we have to continue to state that. So once we understand that abundance and gratitude is already within us, we can go a little bit deeper. Abundance is all about remembering. Sometimes we just have to go through our life and remember that we are abundant in so many different ways. How many times have you said, I wish I had a little bit more. I wish he or she was in my life. That is a contradiction of your truth. See, when we are saying we want a life of abundance and prosperity, and when we say I had, then that's a contradiction to the law that you're putting into action. We must watch our words. I remember when I was growing up, and I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a performer. And I would get to auditions, and I would look at the person that's auditioning in front of me going, oh, I wish I could dance like that person. Or I wish I could sing like that person, or I wish I could be that person. And then not recognizing my talent within me of what I was called to do, I believe that was the energy that held me back from really tapping into my gifts. Until later on, I realized, hey, I can sing, I can dance, and what I do is divine and it's beautiful. When I was also growing up, this is another story, I love this, and I was thinking about this. How did I really begin to know about abundance? How did I continue to remind myself of abundance? I am a huge Star Trek fan. Anybody else? Yeah? And I'm not talking about new generation. I'm talking about old Star Trek. Dun, 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 dun. That's the Star Trek I'm talking about. And when you when you see that door open up, and you see that first shot coming through, and the Enterprise is going through the stars, and there's so many stars, and I would sit there and watch as a kid going, oh my God, look how many stars. Look at the space. Look how many different species are out there. People, I was just fascinated, and I realized there was so much that I didn't, and I really truly believe that there's some truth to Star Trek. But then came Star Wars. You remember that open scene where that big old thing comes over your head, the warship comes over your head, and it kept going, and it kept going, and it kept going. I'm going, when is this going to end? It keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going. I woke up to this idea of there's so much more that I don't know. There's so much more abundance to experience. My first recognition of abundance was in space. We have to continue to remind ourselves. Sometimes we got to go to the beach and sit on the beach. And I saw your picture out there, Carl. I saw you out there on the beach. You got to sit on the beach and try to count the granules of sand. It doesn't end. Try going and watching the waves come through on the beach. Watch the water and see if you can't see all the way across the Atlantic Ocean. You can't. That is a recognition of abundance. How about going into your backyard and start counting the leaves and the grass? Now, if you don't start with gratitude first, and you start trying to count those leaves, you're going to give up very quickly. But if you bring that gratitude into counting the leaves, you begin to see how it's connected, gratitude and abundance. That is our life. That is who we are. Listen, abundance is your birthright. I used to always walk around going, thy will be done, thy will be done, thy will be done. Until I woke up and I had this thing in my meditation. It was not thy will be done. It was thy will and my will be one. Why? Because the universe is always on our side, but we're not always on our side. We have to learn to be on our side. The universe is always saying yes to us. We have everything we need. And listen, we have an abundance of traditions, of how many times have you gone to a Thanksgiving meal and you just walked out feeling abundance of food, holidays, birthdays? How many spiritual conversations have you had in your life? How much music is in your life? We have an abundance of music. You must remind yourself of the abundance that we experience every single day. And once we can tap into abundance, then we can get into the big thing of prosperity. And as you know, today is our TPL Sunday. It's been our TPL month. And TPL, if you don't know, stands for the prosperous life. It means that if we want a life of prosperity, we must get into the action of prosperity. A book that we're going to be bringing out next year, it's by Michael Beckwith. It's called Prosperity, Plenitude, Infinite Possibilities. This is what Michael writes. He says, when people think of prosperity, they often think of financial wealth, material items, acquiring whatever the latest gadget or toy that is currently trending. However, true prosperity is a spiritual principle governed by the spiritual law that imbues our very lives. It is a state of mind and heart, an awareness, an absolute knowing that we live in and breathe in a field of infinite possibilities that meet all our needs each and every time. So when we talk about prosperity, we must recognize that there is an energy and a vibration that's within us that's called source, another word for God, that can never, ever run out. And it's always expanding more of ourselves, more within ourselves. Prosperity is a mindset and is backed by spiritual principle. When you think about prosperity, I think about these words like flourishing, thriving, expanding, profitable, affluence, the God seed, milk and honey. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, we used to call America the land of milk and honey. We used to. Treasure, plenty to share, plenty to spare. We took a course at Agape called Plenty to Share, Plenty to Spare. Because there is enough. There will always be enough for you to share. And as we're celebrating our TPO year and things that we have done preparing for next year, we must go back into our mindset that we have enough to continue to see our community grow, expand. Do you believe that? Yes or yes? So we need you to tap into your prosperity consciousness to continue our growth here. I love what Joel S. Goldsmith says that in Invisible. He says that if you are experiencing any lack and limitation, there is no lack of limitation in the universe. It is our inability to connect with the universe, to connect with God, our source. So what is source? Source is God. It's all good, never ending. Source is everything. It manifests our life from source. Your job is not sources, it is a demonstration of source. And so when we get into prosperity, then we're opening up ourselves to a place of infinite possibilities. That's the world that I want to live in. That's the place I want to see CSL to be in, infinite possibilities. Infinite possibility means that anything that you think, anything that you want, you can have, but it comes from that infinite possibility place. Whatever mind can conceive can be achieved. Napoleon Hill, Think, Grow Rich. So I had a dream, and I said, we're going to do a gratitude festival, and I had some people going, well, maybe it's too big. Maybe we should wait until next year. And then I started getting into my own fear and doubts, and I carried that fear and doubt until I walked through that door yesterday morning, and Reverend Tina came up to me and says, this is what we've been waiting for. This is God in action, so you're on purpose with a purpose. And I realized I've been carrying this fear of, I'm not going to be able to do this. I've been carrying this fear that I am not good enough, that I wasn't enough. And when I got past that fear, The doors opened up, and it was the greatest day ever. We celebrated gratitude, and that was the whole thing. See, here's the thing. We have to understand that the universe always says yes. It always says yes. It always says yes. The universe says yes. It also says not now, because that's not a no. It says not now. And it also says something better. Repeat after me. If not this, something better. Let's say it again. If not this, something better. One more time. If not this, something better. Let me tell you something. I was telling God exactly how I wanted Gratitude Festival to be. And God was saying, hold on, my brother, Reverend Skip. I got you. I got something better than you could ever conceive. I woke up, and actually I was teaching yoga, and I got up. I got a text from Maria saying the Zumba teacher was sick. And I went, oh, my God. And I realized, hold on. Primal activation. You've done it here before. We cut it up. It was so good. It was breath work. See, we just got to trust. We just got to trust God. God is limited and infinite possibilities for that beautiful day. We have to stop thinking small. We have to stop putting God in a box. We have to increase our vision and understanding that God has this. Little Skip does nothing, but me and God together, we got everything going on. We got everything going on. I remember being in a workshop with Iyanla Van Sant. Fix Your Life, Iyanla Van Sant. She said this. If your vision doesn't make you pee your pants just a little bit, it ain't big enough. It ain't big enough. I got to tell you, and that changed my life. I remember that. We got to start thinking big and understand that God has this, and our limits is what we put onto ourselves. So when we're talking about the abundant universe, we start off with gratitude. From gratitude, we dive deep into what abundance is and why abundance is within us. And then we begin to create our prosperity mindset, and then we can see a world of infinite possibilities. Do you believe? Yes or yes? Yes. My job is done, and so it is. Yes. Yes. Woo. Love this place. There's no place like CSL. No place like CSL. Thank you for being here. And this is the time that we get to tap into the law of circulation, a law of giving. And in this law of circulation, it says that we shall receive as we give. And that's why we do something here called the TPL. And the TPL is not only a way that we do our auto tithe, it is part of our spiritual practice. See, all this is about practice. And if we can tap into giving with a grateful heart, that's how we shall receive. So in the room, we're going to pass the basket. I'm asking all our ushers to come forward right now. Come on up, y'all, with your pretty T-shirts on and all your love T-shirts. Thank you. This is great. And we're going to pass the basket here. But if you're at home, thank you so much. You can give as well. You can participate in your spiritual practice by going to our website, cslftl.org, and hit our give button. Or on our app, you can hit your give button there as well. And I want to thank those who are TPL members already and know this is your time to join our experience together. But I want to thank our TPL members because with you, we can continue to do our work. We can continue to do the work that we are called to do. So let's say a little prayer right now. So I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for this day. I'm so grateful for this gratitude celebration. I'm so grateful for our CSL community. Grateful to know that the one power, the one presence, the one mind, it is life itself. It is my life where I'm living and moving and having my beingness in the presence of Spirit. It is the life of each and every one of us. Therefore, we are all prosperous. We're all abundant. We're all living in a field of infinite possibilities. I'm giving thanks for all the money that's coming through right now, all the treasures that's coming through right now. That in this moment, I know that all needs are met. I know that every ministry is already taken care of to the fullness of itself. And as we begin to grow and expand, so will our gifts, and so will our treasures, and our talents, and our time. We grow together as a community. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Ushers, go out and multiply.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need.
It's time for our meditation. I want us just to go within. Go ahead and close your eyes now. Let's set the tone for our upcoming year. We can set intentions right now for our community, CSL. And in this meditation, I invite you to contemplate, how would you like to see our community grow? How would you like to see maybe more gratitude festivals, more meditation, more classes? I want you to contemplate, what does it look like to be full capacity? We're adding more chairs in. What about the fun that we do here, like movie nights? What can we do? How can we expand? Infinite possibilities for us. We had our first drum circle. Maybe there's more drum circles to be had. I know there is. I want you to see our community growing, and then I want you to bring into your mind, how can I be of service to make this dream happen? How can I give up my time, my talents, and my treasure? What can I do to help the expansion of this community? Let's take a deep breath in and a big exhale.
Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. It's all around me. Every day, every day, every day, every day. God is all around me, in and through me. As me. In and through me. As me.
God is all around me. Let's take a deep breath in. Big exhale together. Let's meditate. Oh, we have so much to be grateful for. We have so much to celebrate here at Center for Spiritual Living. And we get to open up our doors to people who don't know about love and prosperity and learning about abundance. We are so blessed. And we want this to continue on and to continue on to create a space where every child will come through the door and know that they are loved. So I'm giving thanks today for everything that's coming through this door.
Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. God is all around. Every day, every day, every day, every day. God is all around, and I'm thankful. And so it is. And I'm thankful. And so it is.
God is all around me. CSL, collectively, let's practice our own. Let's take a deep breath in. Release the breath. Inhale. And so it is.
As my days keep rushing by me, I seem to forget all the ways that life has guided me, and I'm grateful for that. Whenever I'm feeling alone, I'm faced with the unknown, I remind myself of all the ways there's joy in every day. Life is full of wonders. I don't have to wait to look around and see the beauty here in this moment. Grateful for the ones I love, those who lift me up when I am down. Grateful for the air in my lungs. Hard times I feel lost when I am found. My strength, my spirit, my authentic self. I'm grateful for this life. I'm grateful for this life. It's easy to only notice the bad times around. All I can do is shift my focus and see the good as well. I don't know what my future holds. Now it's all I have. Gotta hold close and appreciate what I take for granted. Life is full of wonders. I don't have to wait to look around and see the beauty I'm grateful for the air in my lungs. The hard times I feel lost is when I'm found. My strength, my spirit, my authentic self. I'm grateful for this life. I'm grateful for this life. I want to say thank you for the lessons I have learned. I want to say thank you for the unexpected turns. And every time I grew, I found happiness in my truth. I want to say thank you and enjoy the time I have. I'm grateful for the ones that I love, those who lift me up when I am down. I'm grateful for the air in my lungs, the hard times I feel lost when I'm found. My strength, my spirit, my authentic self. I'm grateful for this life. I'm grateful for this life. I'm grateful for this life.
Life, yes. Grateful for this life. I'm in the middle of an online debate right now. Do you put marshmallows on your candy yams at Thanksgiving? I know, right? It's getting really heated, this group I'm in. It's really, really cute. And no matter how you make your candy yams, we believe in diversity and inclusivity here, so there's no right or wrong way. So here at CSL, we have so much going on, and thank you for staying around for our announcements. For more information for registration at home or when you get home, go to our website, cslftl.org, or go to our CSL app and hit the events button. You'll find out all the information of how you can sign up and register. We have practitioners in the house, which I love our practitioners, and y'all, we need to love them as well. So I ask them to stand up right now. Stand up. They pray. Thank you. Thank you. All our practitioners here, they pray for us every day. We have a WhatsApp group. Down on the prayer comes through, we pop it into the WhatsApp group, and we're praying, so I'm grateful for them. If you need a prayer right after service, I want you to see one of our Purple Stole practitioners, because they are here to pray for you. And at home, if you need a prayer right now, go to our prayer line. You can call in at 954-990-5625, or even on our app, you can hit the prayer button, and you'll have a prayer that's waiting for you here. I love our youth department. Our kids are our generation today, and they're studying exactly what we're studying here. They're studying it in the way they can understand it in our youth department. They are thriving. They're talking about prosperity. If you're at home, you're wanting to come back with your children, it is time. We have a place for you. And we also, reminder, we do yoga twice a week here. We do it on a Wednesday morning at 7:15. It is meditation and flow yoga, gentle yoga. Some of y'all got a little taste of that. Also, 12 noon on Fridays, and that class is starting to grow. The classes will be held here in the sanctuary, so meet us in here. Bring your mat. If you don't have a mat, we do have mats there, and it's a suggested donation of $10. Suggested. Don't forget, we have one more week with the power of gratitude, and that was our love offering class that we did all month just for you. You can still drop in. We have one more week. We're talking about gratitude, prosperity, infinite possibilities. We're doing a deep dive. And remember, it is a love offering, so bring what you have, and if you don't have it, you come anyway. It is my honor to announce our community partners for 2023. Covenant House, Florida, SunServe, and Mental Health America, Southeast Florida. They will be our community partners this year. And I want to give a little shout out to SunServe, which I am one of their clients. I believe in mental health, and they've helped me to continue on being healthy in my mind, along with science of mind and spiritual work. SunServe was also on the list. They were awarded best nonprofit in the area as well. So we were on the list together. It was a beautiful time. So yes. And I'm very, very excited to announce our vision partner. This is the partner that I believe that is walking the path. They believe in our manifesto. They believe in our core values. And they're out changing not just Florida, but the whole entire world. They're out there in an international way. And our vision partner for this year is the Renan Foundation. We want to give them some love. And don't forget, we're going to Haiti in April. We're going to make a difference in Haiti. So like I've been talking about today, it is our TPL Sunday. It's our TPL month. And I want to share this with you. TPL is a program we call the Prosperous Life. This is our auto tithe. This is how we continue to give on a regular basis. It is a spiritual practice to give from your heart. We believe in the law of circulation, that as we give, we shall receive. So we're practicing in all our principles that we are teaching. So why the TPL program? If you choose to become a TPL member, you will make sure that we are going to work in a very smart financial way. We're going to meet our needs. We're going to be able to make sure that there's a place for our children to continue to come in to pay our youth director. We're going to make sure that reflections continue to be paid on a regular. We're going to get to be able to make sure that we can tell this message of love. Roughly, it's about $35 per week per seat. It takes a lot to run CSL. So if you believe in our expansive growth that's happening right now, if you believe in the mission, it is time for you to join the TPL program. On your chair, there is a way you can sign up right now. If you want more information, come out to the lobby. You can talk to me or talk to Maria. But if you want to join the TPL and be a part of your own spiritual practice, I need you to sign this card right now and drop it off at the front desk. This is the time that we are growing. We are growing. We are growing. And be a part of that expansive growth. So next Sunday, it is CSL Writes the Talk. And I'm so proud to say this, that next year we're going to call it something else. We're going to call it Soulful Sundays with Rev Skip. And we're going to be bringing in guests. And I got to say this was not my idea. Kevin came up and said, you need to call that Soulful Sundays. I'm like, okay, well, maybe. And then Maya said, well, you're stealing that from Oprah. I went, oh, okay. So let's make it Soulful Sundays with Rev Skip. And we're going to bring up guest ministers to sit up on stage, and just have a conversation. It's going to feel different. I'm looking forward to 2023. It's going to be magnificent here. And I want you to stay in there. Are you willing to go on the journey with me? Yes, that's what I believe. And you're probably sitting, so I want you to fill out whatever questions that you want. And remember, you cannot ask me about my hair products. You cannot do that. But you can ask me anything spiritually, and I can kind of tell you from my heart. All right, so you're sitting on your affirmations. Let's reach underneath us, stand up, and let's do our affirmations together. Let's rise up. All right, let's do this together. Abundance is my inheritance. I am one with the unified field of God, and my life is full of supply, and I only subject to goodness of life. All right, let's know this together. Let's remember this. There's only but one power, one presence, one mind, and whatever you call it, it's the divine. It is the universe, and this universe is abundant. This universe is prosperous. This universe is filled with infinite possibilities. This universe is the spirit of oneness that Reverend Tina talks about. This is recognizing our oneness with God, oneness with everything, that all needs are met within us. We were given this as our birthright. So I'm giving thanks for this day. I'm giving thanks for this time of high conscious conversation. I'm giving thanks that we can come together and have our own transformation. As we leave out of here, the rest of the world will be transformed as well. We lift our consciousness and we invite the rest of the world to meet us where we are. I give thanks. And so it is. And so we are. Amen. At home, we're going to be here at 10:30 next week. Ooh, I had a moment. 10:30 next week, right online. And please stay and sing our final song, It Is My Wish.
This is my wish for the world, that peace will find its way to every boy and girl. This is the time for harmony. Let love be the song that everybody sings. Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine. Shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah. Peace on earth. Whoa, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Peace on earth. Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Peace on earth. Lift the light and let it shine. Shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth.
Happy Sunday, CSL.
Have a fantastic week.